Good afternoon. I'm Brent Wilsey, and welcome to today's Smart Investing Briefing. A little bit of difficulty, technology-wise, today. I won't say this morning, but a little bit difficult to get rolling today.
And I'm Chase Wilsey, and just having some issues with Facebook Live, and maybe that's why the stock was down 8% today.
Terrible, yeah.
But I think that's a different story, and we won't be discussing that today. We'll actually be talking about Social Security and the company Procter and Gamble. Also did a nice little tease beforehand. We'll kind of get into the story behind that when we talk about the company.
I gotta say, I like this graph. It looks so cool. I hope you like it out there in Facebook land. Is that what I'm saying? TV land, Facebook land. I don't know. So let's get into the meat here for you, make you a smarter investor here, a smarter, knowledgeable person, I guess. Because today we're talking about the big increase in Social Security. Yay! That didn't happen. What's actually going on is it's a cost of living called a COLA adjustment is what they do. And this year it's only going to go up 0.3%. Better than last year with a flat increase over last year. But look at these numbers here. The average benefit is about $1,360. That's the new increase. It's only up from $1,355. So per month, you get about $5 more in your pocket. You got to be happy if you're on Social Security.
Hey, that's about $60 a year, maybe a coffee a month, whatever it may be. Not too much there. But one thing they did do was they also increased the income ceiling to $127,000 or to $127,220 from $118,500. And what this means, if you make over this, your Social Security taxes actually increased.
Yeah, from here to here it increased. So if you're over $118,500, now the ceiling's $127, so you're gonna make more than $127,220 to not have to pay Social Security. Now the numbers here. Now if you know that Social Security, the actual percent 6.2%. Medicare is 1.45, so those two numbers combined are 7.65% on this amount right here.
Yeah, and this is a $8,700 increase. So this means your taxes, if you're above this bracket, you're actually going to pay $665 more in taxes per year.
Just can't seem to win on these taxes, can we?
Come from everywhere.
Okay. And then there has been questions too. Is the CPI, which is the Consumer Price Index, the right index to use to increase the cost of living? Because what the argument is, which makes a little bit of sense, is that if you're 65, 66 years old, you're not buying the same things that maybe a 25 or 35-year-old is buying.
The problem with that is if we have an elevated CPI, we'll call it a higher cost of living, we're going to run out of money way too fast in that Social Security basket, that nest egg that we currently have.
Right. Speaking about running out of funds, it is expected that Social Security will run out in the year 2034. There'll be nothing left, and then it goes to a pay-go system. Your benefits will decline to about 77% because money has to come in to pay it out, and there's nothing left to dip into for the reserves.
What am I going to do? Do I not get Social Security?
You'll get 50% by the time you're 65.
But I do want to point out, that's why it is so important for people my age and 30, 40 to actually save for retirement, because we don't know what's going to happen with Social Security. There's a lot of questions and potential cuts down the road to keep this program running.
And one thing I want to say too is that Social Security, I say, will always be around in some form. It's just not going to be enough to be dependent on, to retire on. It's going to be maybe enough to be a supplement, which is supposed to be anyways. But again, you've got to save for your retirement, do that 401k. So, all right, the company today is Procter and Gamble. We can see, gosh, it was way up here in 2015. We dipped down about $68 a share, then back up again. Did we miss the buy in this one? Let's check it out and see. You got a comment?
I was just going to say, let's take a look.
All right, well, let's take a look there. Okay, so you want to say something good. So, all right, Procter and Gamble is the company. They're symbol PG. They have products like Old Spice, Gillette, Crest, Mr. Clean. I gotta say, Old Spice, I use this one, not the cologne, but they got the best body soap ever. They got Timberline scents. They got all these great manly scents is what they've got.
I know. I love the commercials they have too. I love the Old Spice commercials. And we did talk about how does Tom Brady and Mr. Clean relate. Well, as you can see, Mr. Clean is a product under Procter & Gamble, as well as Gillette. And Gillette Stadium is in New England, where the Patriots are. And I believe Tom Brady is also a sponsor for Gillette. So they're under the same family at Procter & Gamble.
Right, so take that to the party and say, you heard it right here on the Smart Investing Daily Briefing with Brent and Chase. Let's talk about the company again. Sales, unfortunately, down 4.7%. Earnings per share, however, up 23.5%. So earnings doing good, sales not so much.
But I do want to point out this earnings bump was actually from some accounting changes. In 2015, they actually had nearly $3 billion in restructuring charges. in unusual expenses, and also a $1 billion charge in extraordinary expenses. So this kind of increase in earnings per share is from a down year last year. So you have to be aware of those charges there.
And you need to know that whenever you see sales down and earnings up, you got to stop and say, wait a minute, how can that happen? Just gave you the answer there.
And also, let's take a look at that balance sheet. As you can see, current ratio 1.09. Debt to equity comes in okay at 53.42%, but I do want to point out long-term debt to equity at 32.46%. There's a nice discrepancy here. So within the next 12 months, they owe a good amount of short-term debt.
And that can be a problem because if rates are rising, your interest expense is going to rise. So always make sure that your total debt is not such this big expansion here, unless the interest rates are declining, but they're increasing. Could be more expense for P&G going forward. And I do like these earnings, 618 earnings per share, $4.20. Sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but the target sell price over here is $69.30. Not sounding so hot with the current price at $83.50. So while they have Mr. Clean, this does not look like a clean stock you should be adding to your portfolio.
Yeah, you can't cut the round. That's not a good one. Never mind. I thought it'd be cute, but I couldn't do it. All righty. Well, thank you for joining us today for the Smart Investing Briefing. Did you miss today's live video? Well, if you did, tap on the follow button below, right down here.